of these videos was edited by a human. The other was edited by Claude. But it didn't stop there. It also made this, and this, and this, and this. It made all of these. So how did a non-coder like me end up here? Here's how it started. My video editor was unwell, but I had a tight deadline. So I needed a spare editor. And so I turned to Claude. Now you might be thinking, oh, this must be difficult. Nope, I don't do difficult things. Then you might be thinking, oh, so it must be expensive. Also, no. The only thing I paid for is my Claude subscription. Everything else you see in this video was made completely free. And I can't believe I've been sleeping on this because it is mind-numbingly easy. So I'm going to show you how you can make these types of videos in Claude. The setup you need, 3 hacks to make your videos better and faster, and also the limitations of this system so you don't have unrealistic expectations. Let's start with the setup. The setup is really simple. I'm assuming you already have Claude Code installed, but if you don't, there's a short video in the description on how to install it. So go get that quickly. Now open Claude Code in your terminal and just talk to it. You'll tell it in one message, install Remotion so you can animate. That's it. It installs everything itself. The video tools come bundled and it'll ask you for permissions because it's respectful like that. Apart from Remotion, you might need a couple more things. That's for when you actually start building it yourself and not by just following this video. But you don't have to worry about that now, and I'll tell you later why you don't have to worry about it. Once Remotion is installed, the process is just like getting Claude to do anything else. You describe what you want, Claude makes it, and you review it. You can watch what it makes on your device using any default video player, or you can preview it in your browser. I just asked Claude to open the file for me. Yes, I am that lazy. Now let's get into the hacks. Hack 1 is probably the most important one. If you ask Claude to make anything by itself, you'll probably notice that it makes everything look the same. That sameness is exactly what makes AI content look like AI content. And the fix is also pretty simple. You make the decisions and you direct it. Let me show you the exact same video made in 3 different visual styles. All I did was to give it the brand guidelines of the companies that I really like. This is in MailChimp.com style. This is in Monday.com style. And this is in YouTube style. Of course, these are big companies with very detailed visual guidelines. But you don't need to know everything right from the start. You can figure it out as you go along. The key thing is that you direct the creativity, or you'll risk all your content looking like it was made in 2001. Hack number 2 is my favorite one. Because obviously Remotion isn't the only app that can make animations. But I had tons of CSVs and Google Sheets with a lot of data, and I wanted a neat visual animation for almost all of them. So this is the hack for when you want to animate with real data. Claude draws it in code, so you can give it your actual files, zip folders, PDFs, anything, and it will be precise, specific, with real labels and real logos. It won't turn your data into something it's not. Here's what it did when I gave it the YouTube analytics from my first video. For retention, it beautifully animated the exact number of people who dropped off in the first 24 hours. I like how it explained the 102 number too. For traffic, it correctly showed that most of it came from suggested. Well, it is a new channel. For the video race, it compared the short against the long video. The short got better views, but the long one got better watch time. And the discovery funnel. How nice of it to let me know that over 4,000 people decided not to watch my video. Jokes aside, these types of videos are great for analytics, marketing, sales collaterals, pretty much anything with numbers. But they're best for making YouTube videos. Hack number 3 is the emotional one. You're not alone. Claude is with you. And when something breaks or it doesn't work, Claude will be right there to help you figure it out. Here's a real example. I type what I want in plain English. and right away a core video tool is missing. So it digs through my folder, finds one bundle inside, and gets it working. Then, to pop each logo the instant I say the word, it needs to know exactly when I say it. So it goes and sets up transcription itself. The easy plugin won't hand back per word timing, so it calls 11 Labs Scribe to get the exact timestamps. But this is free tier, so it's still nothing paid but Claude. Before it builds, it even draws little layout mockups to pick from. My first layouts had gaps, so I typed back 16 by 9, no gaps. Same with the look, it offers me dark, light, bold. And I picked dark, minimal, neon and rounded. It even double checks that my face stays centered, and this is what it came up with.
Really YouTube specific. That doesn't mean you can't take what I've built and optimize it for a different kind of research. For example, if you're a content writer, you could totally just use Claude Code and connect it to Ahrefs or SEMrush, customize it a bit, and it'll be like topics to grow your blog.
Now let's talk about the actual limitations because I'm not trying to sell you anything. First, and you might have guessed this, it can't make realistic scenarios, human expressions, or even landscapes. I mean, I tried and this is what it came up with. The catch is that without your creative direction, it will default to reusable templates and everything comes out looking retro. Second, it's not great for 3D. I tried asking it to make graphs and this is what it could do. That doesn't mean that there's an issue with Remotion. You probably can do a lot more, but those features are most probably behind a paywall. Third, it can't make thumbnails. At least not for me, because it comes up with stuff like this. So that's Remotion with Claude. And can it replace my editor? Well, obviously not. But for graphics or charts or branded B-rolls or laying stuff over my actual footage, it genuinely changed how I make videos. I still can't code. Oh, and this whole video, every cut, every stitch, every graphic you just watched, I didn't edit a single frame. Claude did, and I just talked to it. If you can't code and you actually want your videos to look like something and this video helped, please like and subscribe and tell me if you try it or you hit a bump. I want to know where it breaks for you.